You've written your CV and or filled in your application form. You've crafted a personal statement that actually sounds like you. You've checked the attachments twice. But right before you hit send, that little voice says, what if I've missed something? What if my email sounds too formal or not formal enough? Hold that click. In this video, we're going to look through the ultimate TA application confidence checklist so you can stop second guessing and start pressing send with pride. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, reusable checklist you can use for every future application, plus a mindset shift that will help you stay confident even if you don't get the first job you apply for. Let's ensure your application is school ready. Oh, and if you're feeling a bit anxious that this is the last video of this course, but you're hungry for more, watch until the end because I have another free video course that will give you just what you're looking for. The ultimate pre-send checklist. So before you click send, do a 3-minute sweep for these 5 essentials. 1, spelling and grammar. Run a quick spell check, and that's why it's always good to actually do these things in Word because, you know, something like Word will have a spell checker. But don't just stop there. Read your CV or personal statement out loud once. You'll catch any awkward phrases or missed words that spell checker can't find. And a tip here, if you trip over a sentence while reading it aloud, it probably needs simplifying. 2, flow and structure. Does it sound confident and easy to read? Check that each paragraph in your personal statement leads naturally to the next, like a story, not a list of bullet points. And a tip here is to ask yourself, would the head teacher get a sense of who I am by the end of this? 3, attachments. It sounds simple, but missing attachments is one of the most common application mistakes. Check your CV or application form is attached along with your personal statement, and that the files are named clearly. So they should have your name and something like TA CV or TA application form, or even TA job and the serial number that comes with it. Don't just attach and leave it with the file name that your computer gives it, because that doesn't identify you. So if they lose your attachments or they're not clear about whether they are your attachments, that will be another reason for your application form to be overlooked. And check that it opens correctly and isn't password protected. 4, tone of voice. You want professional and warm. So read your email and personal statement again as if you were the head teacher. Does it sound like someone who genuinely cares about working with children? Avoid overly formal phrases like dear sir or madam. If the contact name is provided, use it. And as I was saying before, if the contact name isn't provided, go onto the school's website, find out who the head teacher is and address it to the head teacher. 5, contact details. Double check your phone number and email. You'd be surprised how many TAs miss out on interviews because of a typo in their contact info. And in fact, I know because I regularly get teaching assistants joining up for my resource hub, and they put in their email address, and once or twice a day there'll be an email address that's incorrectly written, and so I cannot send them any more free information. Really do need to check, because those email addresses, they're quite, they can be quite complicated, and if you miss out a dot or one letter, that's it can't be sent. Right, the quick self-audit. So now check for the 3 golden qualities every great application has. The first one is impact. Does your first paragraph, so this would be either on a CV or in your personal statement, does your first paragraph grab attention? Do you show what you bring to the school, not just what you've done? 2, clarity. Is your experience described in plain English? Will a busy head teacher understand your strengths in one quick read? And 3, authenticity. Does it sound like you? Avoid copying phrases from job adverts. Let your real passion for supporting children come through. So we don't want it to sound generic. We don't want it to sound bizarre either. We want it to sound like you. Confidence and reframing rejection. So let's talk mindset just for a moment. Not hearing back doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means for that particular school, for that particular job advert, they found someone whose experience matched their needs right now. Every application helps you refine your message, and every no gets you closer to the yes that's right for you. So instead of thinking I failed, reframe it as I'm learning how to position myself better. You're building confidence, not losing it. So you're building confidence, not losing it. And I think the thing to remember here is that with every application that's not where you don't get an invite for interview, it's always a learning guide. Have a look, think, why would, is there anything else I could have done with this application? Did I match my skills to what the school is actually looking for? There's always something you can learn. And ultimately, it could just be that they've chosen just a handful of candidates, and you just weren't included in it. But if you can learn from it, it's always best to do that, because then you're tightening things up each time you make an application. Now that you're at the end of this course, you'll no longer be that person wondering if your CV or application form will just get lost in a pile. You'll be the one who knows exactly how to read adverts strategically, how to craft a personal statement that stands out, how to lay out your CV like a pro, how to follow up with confidence, and finally, how to press send knowing you've done everything right. You're not just applying for a job, you're taking control of your future as a TA. And I would suggest that you go over these videos again. I always think it's a good idea to sort of watch them all the way through and then go back, with a pen, start making notes. And of course, the next thing I'm going to say is, if you haven't already got it, ask me in the comments section below this video for the free PDF that accompanies this course, because inside you'll find direct links to each video so you can easily rewatch or jump to the section you need most. Bonus insights not included in the videos, and they're very useful. And you get reflection prompts to help you turn what you've learned into an understanding of the progress you are making. And that will give you the motivation to carry on. Motivation you can't magic it out of thin air. Your motivation comes through doing the work. So just type free PDF, please, in the comments, and I will give you the link to it. There's 25 pages of it, so it's not just what you see on the slide here. There's 25 pages of it. There's something for every single video. And while you're waiting to find out if you've got an interview, why not get really familiar with what schools are looking for in their TAs? Whether you're about to start your first job or you're returning to school work after a break, this free course will help you feel confident, prepared, and fully part of the team. I'll put a link to it in the description and comment sections below this video. And as you can see, this course has 12 videos in it. It covers how to impress on your first day as a TA, how to support the teacher, how to ask for help without feeling awkward, how to manage behaviour like a pro, how to take initiative without taking over, understanding safeguarding, understanding terminology and routines, how to support children during lessons, how to stay useful when you're not sure what to do, how to support children with SEND without feeling out of your depth, how to build positive relationships with children, even with tricky behaviour, and how to help with classroom organisation without stressing out. So that's a lot that's covered in that course, and it's completely free. So, as I say, I'll put a link to it in the description and comment sections below this video. Okay, I'm Lauren Reasoner, and this is TA in Control. All the very best for your TA career.